Welcome to studyinturkey.tv. We have today Dr. Şamil Erdoğan. He is the Director International Center of Istanbul Bilgi University. Welcome to our show.
Nice to be here.
I would like to ask you about your proficiency. You are very knowledgeable about internationalization of higher education in the world, and I know you're already giving speeches at NAFSA conventions, and here you have a session as well. What is going on in the internationalization process of higher education in Turkey right now?
Higher education around the world is not going to run away from globalization. So part of the globalization is going through higher education, because although it is mainly noticed as economical globalization, but the people who are behind all of these have to come from somewhere. So the place they have to come somewhere is higher education. Unless the higher education is truly globalized, internationalized, then you're not going to have able people in these sectors, economy, industries, various industries. So you have to have good human resources. Good human resources come from quality education, quality international education. So Turkey, where is Turkey today? Turkey is very fast becoming one of the major regional higher education center around the world. Today, you look to Europe, basically UK is centered. United States is, everybody knows, is centered. Down in the South Pacific area, Australia is centered. And the Asia, Eurasia, North Africa, Middle East, Russia, Central Russia, this area is going to look at Turkey as the center for higher education. The Turkish universities have done a great job in the last decade or so being internationalized. How do we know this? When you look at the rankings, we have some ranked universities. When you look at the publications, we have many good scientific journals accepting Turkish-led researchers and publications. And also when you look at the number of international students coming to Turkey, which is a very good indication of a quality of your education. Are we there yet? No. In higher education, you're never there, but we're running toward there. When you look at the numbers, in the last 5 years, we went from 26,000 international students in Turkey up to over 100,000 now. I think it's a testament of where Turkish higher education is going.
What should the educator world be looking at to do, really to focus on right now, do you think? Where is the biggest area that we need as Turkish higher education to develop?
What Turkish higher education community should do is to look around the world to develop bilateral relations with those institutions who have proven themselves as one of the leading international higher education centers or institutions around the world in a particular country. But I think particularly we should look into more applied science areas, because social sciences is there, it's developing, it's going, but Turkey needs some applied science, good bilateral relations. I think that's my opinion.
When you talk about partnerships, when you said about kind of branding there, actually it brings it to your session today at URI, which you'll be talking about branding the institution. Can you please elaborate on what you'll be talking today about this
Sure. What branding your institution is, to be able to know yourself as an institution, what your strengths are, develop on those. A little example, a little 1,600 student, tiny university in Boston is distinguished itself from the whole community of universities in Boston as the small leading university, with their graduating students finding jobs within 5 to 6 months in all areas across the board. How do they do this? Because they give education to the point of what the customers want, well, customers being the students. And so an institution who wants to brand itself, what they have to look at themselves, look at the mirror, very good, be honest to yourself, these are my growth area, go for international accreditations, but not just for the having an accreditation put on the wall, but truly do what the accreditation does for you.
Kind of accept the brutal facts.
Accept the brutal facts, but open your vision and don't be afraid of making mistakes, and go for the big ones and then catch the big fish.
My last question to you would be about virtual reality. We believe virtual reality is going to change the world, disrupt the education world, as well as lots of other industries. What would your take on that?
I think virtual reality is what universities should be positioning themselves from today. I've tried the virtual reality, and which is phenomenal. I tried on your stand over there. It is a wonderful opportunity for the universities because seeing is believing. So imagine this, in a nice, comfortable room at 10 o'clock at night, mother, father, daughter, or son sitting and say, which university, son? I want to go to this. Okay, let's get in there and let's go to this university without actually going there.
Transport
ourselves right there. So, Scotty, beam me up over there. So this is what it is, and it's a wonderful idea because you can take your university to the students, to their room, their computers, and their heads, their pocket phones, mobile phones, and that's what the next thing is. But I think that all the universities should position themselves in branding and with the virtual reality, make sure that and you have all the areas covered, not just by on the paper facts, but take the people, take your university into the living rooms of the people.
Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure.
StudyInTurkey.tv had Dr. Erdoğan with us today. Thank you very much for watching us.